What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching tonight. It is midnight, way past my bedtime, but I'm making a double video for you guys tonight. So, even though I'm not going to upload it till next day, gotcha. So, alright, today's video, what I want to talk about is if I were to start from 32 milligrams of Suboxone. Now, I want to tell you guys before I even say anything more that I am not a doctor. Sorry, Dr. Park. Doc Park. Not like you, brother. So I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice in any way, shape, or form. This is my personal advice. Not even advice, it's just my personal opinion. That's my disclaimer, so don't be saying that I did this and did that. So, if I started from 32 milligrams and before I even thought about tapering, I would want to make sure that I had some clean time. I would want to make sure that I had at least, I would say, 6 months. If you can get over a year, even better, before you start tapering. I mean, if you just want to kind of get down to a lower dose of Suboxone, but kind of hang out, still kind of high, that's okay too. Just kind of, I highly suggest you guys get with a counselor and a doctor. That's definitely the best way to do this. Rather than trying to do it on your own. But some people don't have access to that, so for those people, maybe this is kind of more for them. So you want to make sure you have plenty of clean time. You're not in danger of any relapse. You've gotten rid of all your old friends that you used to use with. You've blocked their numbers. You've gotten rid of their numbers, something like that. You're not going to be seeing them all the time around town. If you have to move, then you have to move. And it's worth saving your life to move and get sober. Trust me. Your home will always be there. Everything, you can come right back to your life how it was. So yeah, that's that. And okay, so jumping into it, if I was at 32 milligrams and all those things were taken care of, then I would go right to 24 milligrams. And I would not even almost notice anything at that because of the ceiling effect, and just you're already in kind of a zombie mode. You're already in really much of a zombie mode at 32 milligrams. You're not going to notice a difference, if anything at all. It will be all in your head at that point. Jump right down to 24 milligrams. Probably hang out there for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. If your body adjusts fast like mine, probably hang out there for a week. If your metabolism is slow and your body usually adjusts to things like this slow, maybe hang out there for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Okay, from there I would go down to 16 milligrams, do the same thing. I would do that for same time. For me personally, it would be like a week, 2 weeks. If you have slow metabolism, hang out there for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Just whenever you feel like you're ready. You'll know when you're ready for the next step. It'll get to the point where your current dose is easy and it's starting to feel like it's a little bit too much. You'll feel a little bit of, I don't know, it's different for everybody. Certain people feel certain things, but you'll know when you're ready for the next dose. Just pay attention to your body and just go with that. So okay, you're down to now 16 milligrams. You've done good there for a couple weeks. From 16 milligrams, I would slow it down from here, and I would jump down to 12 milligrams. So cut the thing in half and just take half of that. So now you're taking 1.5. All right, and I would do the same thing at this dose, about a couple weeks at that dose. And from there, you want to really kind of slow it down. So from 12 milligrams, I would go down to 10 milligrams. From 10 milligrams to 8 milligrams. From 8 milligrams to 6 milligrams, so we're still doing 2. And this is all the same amount of time. You need to, by now you will have learned about how long it takes your body to adjust to the next dose. So now you're down to 6 milligrams. Here's where I would really slow it down. Now I would go from 6 to 5 milligrams, 5 milligrams to 4 milligrams, 4 milligrams to 3 milligrams. I know that's kind of a big jump, 25%. From 3 milligrams, we want to slow it down even more. Now we go from 3 milligrams to 2.5 milligrams. 2.5 to 2, 2 to 1.5, 1.5 to 1. And from 1, you're going to want to hang out there longer than you did at the other doses. You know, I remember I was at 1 milligram, I believe, for a month or 2, and that's with my fast metabolism. So once at 1, I remember 1 got to the point where it felt like it was more than enough. Your body will adjust to the lower dose, and it will start to feel like it's more than enough, you know. So at that point, and at least in my experience, everybody could be different, but you just need to know your own body, you know, and you'll get to know that as you're tapering. But you really need to slow things down. Once you get below 4 milligrams, really be in tune with your body and know what you'll start slowly experiencing withdrawal effects, whether it's running. Gosh, it's been so long since I've had them all, but cold chills, your back will get all sweaty for no reason, your hands will get all clammy, you'll be yawny, your eyes will be watery, you'll be depressed, you'll lack energy. Those are just a few. Hope you guys have fun. What else was there? Insomnia usually will kind of kick in. You'll wake up earlier in the morning. Sometimes you'll have a hard time falling asleep. But that shouldn't really get too bad until you get to the lower doses. So you've hung out at 1 milligram for a good month. You feel like you're good. They're just kind of depending on how you can cut the medication up. I would say go to 0.75. And then after you're good there for maybe another month, 0.5. And I would say you should be okay to jump off at about 0.5. If you try to jump off at 0.5 after you've been there for a while and you're comfortable at that dose, and you try to jump off and you fail and it's still just a little too much, remember that's about where I jumped off at, if I remember right. It was about 0.5. And I'm not joking, you guys, it still was challenging. It was very challenging. And I know that probably sounds kind of unbelievable to some of you guys that are taking 20, 30, 40 milligrams, and that I thought the same when I was taking higher. When I was taking 16 milligrams, I was thinking, why the hell just jump off at like 2? That would be easy. But once you get down and you hit that button and you go down that road, you'll realize 0.5 milligrams is still a pretty damn good challenge to get off. So I don't want to freak anybody out. Some people get off higher doses, but just my experience, 0.5 milligrams. I was having major insomnia. Restless legs was the worst thing by far. Restless legs was horrible. Go back and look at my videos if you're struggling with either of those things. There's plenty of things you can take to help with those. So hopefully you guys can make it, jumping off at 0.5. You can try jumping off at 1 milligram. And then what I suggest, I tried jumping off at 3 and at 1, and I failed both of those. But use the failed attempts to come back on at half the dose. So if you jump off at 3 milligrams and you fail, come back on at 2 milligrams. Your body will take that and accept that right away. If you win a few days, don't suffer for nothing, guys. Use that suffer time to lower to the next dose. I promise your body will be like, oh, 2 milligrams? I'm good. Yeah, I'm good with that. I did that several times with my taper, and it was a good way to get to the next dose, was to just push myself as hard as I could. As soon as I couldn't take it anymore, then I just went to the next dose. So those are just some quick tips, you guys. I would definitely make sure you had that sober time, though, before you start trying to get off Suboxone, because you don't want to risk a relapse and risk killing yourself just because you want to rush off of Suboxone. So many people have gotten their lives back together with this medication, and I'm one of them. So thanks, guys, for watching. I hope this was informative, and you guys have a great day. Bye.